Empathy or discernment? This message is about where we're going to show you how your discernment will trump the empathy. So this is a message for someone that may have been in situations, there may be a cycle that repeats, different faces, different places, but the same energy, the same pattern, same vibration. And this vibration is where you have put a lot of empathy into another person. So where you are feeling like you know what they're thinking or feeling, or you think you know what they want or what they need. You're kind of like taking on someone else's emotional baggage in some certain situations. For some, this could be in a relationship, or it could be how maybe your family unit was arranged when you were a child, where you felt like someone else's emotional needs were above your own. Okay. Now, I feel like you may have been in a situation recently where Spirit is trying to challenge you to use your discernment. So discernment basically means the choice between, does this empower me or does this disempower me? And I feel like I'm talking to somebody that has been going through a process recently where you are asking yourself, in your relationships, in your workspace, in your home life, whatever it is, does this empower me or does this disempower me? And when you're feeling something is taking a hold of you or trying to take control of you, in the past you may have empathized with a person or something and overrid your own empowerment on this. Like, you would have allowed yourself to basically lie down for other people because you thought that was the right thing to do. But your discernment is coming through now, and it may feel uncomfortable at first for you to make decisions and choices that you feel is going to upset somebody or hurt somebody. But here's the news, it's not about you. And it doesn't matter what you think or feel this person is thinking or feeling with your truth, basically. If you are saying to somebody, this is my honest truth, this is how I'm feeling, there's a whole release, a lift off your shoulders that you are being truthful to yourself. You're honouring yourself there. You're empowering yourself by being truthful. How somebody receives that information, they might kick off, they may get upset with you, they may, get highly emotional over it. That is not your concern. That is not for you to do anything about, and you can't do anything about that, okay? You can't, and you can't. The way of saying this is, don't assume how somebody is going to react or respond, and don't bring the honesty because of that, yeah? So if you think, they're not going to like this, or they're not going to agree with this, so I'm just going to pretend, I'm just going to carry on giving this person what I think they want to basically empower them, and you're disempowering yourself the whole time. So that would resonate with you, and it might have been hard for you to hear that, but this is where we are looking at, forget empathy, this is about discernment. So your discernment right now, what do you need to know? We have Caterpillar and Opportunity. I love this card. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland because it looks like Absalom. Is that his name? And in Alice in Wonderland with Absalom, he teaches her, doesn't he? He teaches her, and she gets to choose. But I think if there's a point where she gets to choose what she wants to be, or you know what I mean, there's teachings within this. So you have an opportunity here, not only to teach somebody else how to treat you, but also in you learning how to treat yourself. So there's something in that. And it's also number 4, which is the number of the Emperor. So this is about taking that power, being in control of yourself, but not controlling, or not restricting, but being able to receive and to give and be in balance with that. I don't know what that was all about. Let's get your runes, shall we? You may have seen, and we're heading into autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere, so there's not many butterflies. I don't think I've seen any butterflies, but I feel like you might see a butterfly today, and it may be like a browny ginger butterfly you're going to see today, an orangey kind of colour to it. This is your symbol. That is your confirmation that this message is for you. Thorazaz. This is the rune of Thor. Okay, so this is about that hammer of discernment coming down and basically, you know, shaking a few things up. So there's something I feel that you know it's your truth. You know that you're being honest, and you know it's time to be discerning right now. I feel like there's somebody in your energy or something in your energy that you are really attracted to, whether that's physically or whatever it is, but you can't say no to this person, or you feel like you never want to upset this person, you never want to hurt them. But you have discovered an issue here, or you've discovered where there's been something to do with them maybe not being respectful towards your energy, or it's just not working for you. And you may have romanticized this person in your mind before, of like what you feel that they are to you, you know. And this is where the empathy kind of comes in, because it's like you would have empathy for somebody that you think you know how they're feeling and what they're thinking. But you've discovered here, actually, I'm putting that on them. They're not actually telling me this. I'm putting that there. So Thorazaz is here to kind of clear the plane a little bit. It's time to dig up the earth. It's time for you to break up the rocks, basically, because this is blocking you from that fertile soil. It's blocking you from really taking opportunities that are empowering rather than disempowering. So Thorazaz is showing up as you being defensive in your energy and basically standing up for yourself. It's a bit like a rose with a thorn, yeah? So it's like, it's pretty, it's delicate, but it has a thorn, you know? You try and grab it or you try and hurt it, you're going to end up hurting yourself. And this is what you're realising on here, is like, actually, in you over empathising for other people, you are hurting yourself. This is a cycle of growth for you. It's a recognition of a pattern and a realisation of like, this doesn't feel very good. It's not making me feel very good. And even with a shaky voice, or feeling like, you know, I hear myself saying this and they're going to come back at me with something that makes me feel uncomfortable, well, so be it. You know, the uncomfortableness is only going to be temporary. And where was their empathy when, you know, you're telling the truth? Where was their empathy with you? So why should you be over empathizing for these people? Eros, this is about the relationship with yourself, learning to trust yourself, to be the guide, to be the adult, to be the one that is the driving force. It is depicted as sometimes like two horses' heads coming together, mind over matter, matter over mind. So it's like you have to sometimes take the emotion out of a situation to really be discerning and be sort of like, okay, I've got to separate myself from the emotion. I've got to separate myself from my ego with this, and be, actually, this is what is for the greater good. This is what is for the highest good, and working with that. I'm just going to get some tarot in here and see, is there any advice that we can give you right now to help you on this journey? Remember, you're never alone either. So if this is a situation that you feel is very tricky and you are worried about the response of another person, please do get in touch. I'd love to go into a reading with you. We can tell you what the outcome will be. Okay, so for you, it's about slowing down. So the advice here is about you kind of just stepping back and slowing down. If you've been reactive in a situation, it's not helping anything. And if this is a reaction towards a masculine in your life, it's only going to make them step back further. It's going to make them be more stubborn and hold back. I feel like somebody may be doing that to you in your life, like they're keeping back from you, not talking to you, or they're slowing their communication, and that's frustrating because you feel like something's hidden in that situation. You feel like maybe there's some competition here, or there's something going on and you're not privy to it. It does feel, it stinks of someone trying to make you feel jealous here, someone trying to kind of push you into reacting. So you've got to use your resilience and be sort of like, I'm not going to allow myself to be pulled out of this peaceful state that I'm in for someone else's benefit, or to validate their feelings or their thoughts, okay? You are looking for that discernment. Does this empower me or does it not? Does it make me feel good or does it make me feel shit? Have I cried more than I've laughed recently? This is what's going to bring you into completion. This is what's going to give you that joyfulness. This is what's going to give you an inspired action or thought. So if this resonates with you and you would like to go further into it, drop me a DM because I would love to go further into this with you. Have a blessed day.